Sorry for not being on here very much today. I was live streaming this morning while I was working on one of my vehicles, and you know me and my best friend run our business together. He's the main owner of the company. I have money invested in the company, and sometimes we don't see things eye to eye. Part of my agreement on coming on board was that I run the business, I control the business, I keep everything flowing. The business benefits from YouTube, and you guys benefit from me being able to take care of you guys and provide a service that a lot of other people can't basically have access to or don't have access to. And I've met a lot of good people on here, a lot of friends on here. Problem is, me and him are starting to butt heads in the business. And I know it's going to happen. We're trying to work through it. He's like a brother to me. This morning I was live streaming, and he walked by and he said something about me working on my personal vehicle. And I said, well, I pay the company full employee rate when I'm working on my vehicle on company hours. When I started here, the agreement was no matter what, and there ain't no room for talk or discussion or negotiation on this. When I need to get stuff done in my realm of working on my vehicles, it gets done. I'm not going to wait a month or 2 months or 3 months. And I've been doing that. I've been putting off stuff and putting off stuff and putting off stuff, and stuff's not getting done. Finally, I said, you know what, I'm going to start coming in 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start getting my projects done. My projects have to get done. They're not going to sit around on the back burner forever, and I've already got thousands of dollars into these vehicles and stuff like that. They need to get finished. So I've been working on that. I've been doing exactly what I said. I've been getting in my projects and getting them finished. I got the suspension done on the Crown Vic. I got all the odds and ends done with removing the old taxi cab stuff and making sure everything was running smooth with the engine. And I just dropped it off after doing a lot of the hard work on the exhaust, extracting the downpipe bolts off of the manifolds, putting new bolts and stuff in, coming up with parts, and dropped it off at the exhaust shop and told them exactly how I wanted it. And they're doing high flow cats off the manifolds into Flowmaster X pipe, into Flowmaster mufflers, and then dual shotgun pipes out of each side, chrome tipped in front of the wheels. And I've been trying to get my stuff done, and my partner knows that that's my agreement. Sometimes he gets a little in his head and he thinks to himself, well, he could just say whatever he wants to people and nobody's going to say anything back to him, because there's a little bit of a disconnect. There's an Asian culture disconnect here. Asian people are sometimes very forward, they're very blunt, and sometimes very mean when they say things. And I have to remind him sometimes, you cannot do that to customers, especially my YouTube people. They won't put up with it. For instance, there was a guy that dropped off a Mercedes, and his daughter was in the military, and it was a piece of junk Mercedes. I mean, it was really, really, really junky. And I think he said something to the extent to the guy, oh, the car is no good, it's not worth the money. And he was like really talking about how he was into that car, and he wanted to get it fixed for his daughter that's in the service, and she loves that car, and he's happy to put the money into it. To finish up a conversation with that, the way he did and how brash he was, I could see it in the guy's face that kind of hurt him. And I was like, hey man, you need to be a little bit more tactful when you say things to people. So this morning I'm live streaming, and he comes up and he says, oh, you're working on your car, you know, the flags are not put out in front of the business. And I said, dude, shut the fuck up, man, seriously. Shut up and complaining about these flags. That was my idea anyway. I was the one that came up with the idea on how to expand the image of the company even more. And of course we have our little growing pains. And he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't get out of his own mindset for a second to realize what he was doing was being very, very petty. And eventually we both talked and shook it off, but I ended the live stream because I didn't want everybody to see the little disagreement between me and him. And then what I did was I got pissed off while I was talking to him, and I smacked my hand down like 3 times on the alignment rack, and I was like, watch your mother mouth when you talk to people. You just can't say whatever you want, man. You're lucky I love you, man, because I would hurt you the way you talk to people sometimes. It's a culture thing. I understand, but I'm still his best friend. I'm like his brother. I have to be honest with him. You will get hurt talking to some people the way that you do. And my agreement with you was my agreement with you. I run the place. I put out the fires and stuff around here. I teach the guys what they need to be taught. I'm here at the company's disposal within limitations. I still have my agreement that needs to be fulfilled, as well as you have your agreement that needs to be fulfilled. So we need to work together as a team, and if we can't do this, then I have no business being here. I go open my own shop, do my own thing, and I won't have to worry about running a business with somebody else and the growing pains of somebody not liking the way you set the coffee pot in the morning, or not liking the way you choose to spend extra time with the customers versus just hurrying up and rushing them out the door. So I got mad, and when I pounded my fist on the rack a few times today, this phone shook, flew off and hit the ground, shattered the screen all over the place. Luckily, I have really, really, really good insurance that I pay a premium for. I pay like an extra $35 a month for insurance on this phone because of how expensive it is. And it was actually $0 to get it fixed. So I found a U-Brake iFix 7044 West Cermak in Berwyn. They had an S23 Ultra screen in stock, and dude took care of me, man. He said, yeah, bring it in right now. I'll have it done in a couple hours. I'll have your phone up and fixed. $0. Everything's approved. You got insurance. We'll take care of it. See you in a little bit. Sure enough, when I got off work, came by, phone was fixed. So I apologize for not getting back to you guys today. There's a bunch of people that reached out to me that were trying to message me, that were trying to make sure I was okay. I'm okay. We're just like two brothers fighting over who wants what and how they want it done. And I win in the end. I win in the end. I promise you that. I may have to give a little or restructure when I work on my vehicles, but I win in the end. I give too much to the company as it is. So sorry for not getting back to y'all today. That's what happened today. That's the story. The growing pains of running a business with somebody else. And now some of you trolls are going to be like, I knew you were going to, I knew this, or I knew that, or I knew this was going to, shut up. Blow it out your backside. Ain't nobody wanting to talk to y'all anyway. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure. And I'm going to go home to my family right now. I'm fixing a washer that has the two hot water valves that go up to an auto shutoff. It's a timed spring type mechanism where you, and then it slowly releases and closes over like an hour and a half, 2 hour period. Well, the slow close stopped and it was just closing immediately, so you couldn't do laundry. So last night I had to start ripping the wall apart, desoldering all the connections, pull the box out of it, put shutoff valves in the lines, turn the main water back on in the house. The shutoff valves were holding the water closed. Now I got to start back again today, coming out of the shutoff valves and run new lines up because they did such a piss poor job in the house. It looks terrible. So I'm going to fix all that. Y'all be blessed. Take care. It's been a crazy day.